And from the US, we head across to Europe, where the markets there snapped a 9-day winning streak, with the French CAC losing about 50 points, the German DAX slipping 130 points, while the British FTSE closed near the fat line. The Pan-European Stock 600 index closed lower after hitting a record high on Wednesday. Autos, energy and the broader industrial goods and services sector dragged the index. Shares of Siemens slipped over 6%, marking its worst day in over 2 years after the company's second quarter industrial profits fell and missed estimates. ECB Governing Council member Martins Kazak said that they are in no rush to ease policy, so subsequent moves could be spaced out. And that's all we have from our global market action. But how will all of these overnight cues impact our own markets? We are being joined by our research team with the trade setup and the stocks that are likely to be in focus as well. I'll take you through the cues that you need to watch out for this morning. And it is very difficult to describe this market in adjectives. That was until almost 3 p.m. yesterday, the Nifty was having a pretty bad day, particularly for the bulls. But after that, it was almost one-way traffic. And if you can pull up the Nifty, you would see that 350-point recovery that came in on the intraday charts as well. The Nifty not only above 22,300, but it closed above the 22,400 mark as well. And same was the case for the Nifty Bank. It ended below the 48,000 mark, continues to face resistance there, but it recovered almost 650 points from the lows of the day. Now, chartists who watch the Nifty, they expect more upside after it crossed that 22,300 level, and the next level of resistance that they are projecting comes up to around 22,500 or 22,600. The other bit was that the institutional flows, the foreign investor flows, seem to be slowing down, at least in the absolute number. It was 770 crores compared to the usual 1,000 plus crore trend that we've been seeing over the last few days. But the FIIs continue to remain net short, that is for sure. Now, when it comes to the sectors, for the week so far, the Nifty is up close to 1%. The Nifty Bank is also up 1.2%. But the sector that I need to speak about is defense. And those stocks had a wonderful rally yesterday after HAL reported its numbers and during market hours. And if you can see those intraday charts there, after the numbers came out, and with HAL ending 11% higher, and along with that, almost every other defense stock also rallied after those numbers. Plenty of other earnings reactions in today's session as well. Biocon, Vodafone Idea, Concor, we'll speak about it during the day. JSW Steel reports results today, as does Astral and Bandhan Bank as well. That was almost ending at the lowest point of the day ahead of its results, but the stock is in the F&O ban as well. Now, the handover from Wall Street, as we spoke about, is slightly negative, but still is flat as well. The Asian markets have opened mixed, and the GIFT Nifty is also indicating a slightly flat start for our own markets. But from the markets, let's also go across to Abhishek, who will tell us the stocks that you need to watch out for this morning. Abhishek, good morning.
Good morning, Omar. So to begin with, Vedanta will hold a board meeting on 16th of May to consider the raising of funds via equity issuance, via FPO, right issue or any other ways. To begin with results, Crompton Greaves revenues up 9.5% YOY. However, net profit is up just 5.5% YOY. Biocon, that's a beat with respect to revenue versus our poll. Margins have also beaten our poll by almost 190 basis points. However, profits are below our poll, 135.5 crore versus our poll of 179 crore. Vodafone Idea, the revenue has declined 0.6%. Quarter-on-quarter losses have widened on a sequential basis, and they are looking at a capex of 50 to 55,000 crore over the next 3 years. Endurance, the EBITDA has grown by 36.5% YOY. So margins have seen expansion over there to 14.5% versus 12.8%. JK Paper, margin have contracted sharply by more than 700 basis points on a year-on-year basis. So net profit is down by 1.7% YOY. Concor, the revenues are up 6.5% YOY. Profits are up 13.5% YOY, given the fact that margins have expanded to 21.4% versus 20.5% on a YOY basis. E-Clerks, the revenues up 10.5% YOY. However, profits are down 1.5% YOY, given the fact that margins have contracted sharply to 25.5% versus 29.9% in the same quarter last year. Infosys has signed a 5-year partnership with Coal Technology Services for digital transformation program is the other stock in news today. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Abhishek, for that. And finally, Mangalam joins in with cues from the F&O space. Mangalam, good morning. What an expiry we had yesterday. What's the session looking like today?
Well, it was wild moves yesterday. I mean, no two ways about it. But, you know, while those moves were inexplicable, they weren't really unexpected, largely because of the way the market was positioned. So if you look at both the Nifty as well as the Nifty Bank, a big up move is what we saw, and it was the expiry-led surge which caused, the Nifty to cross that congestion zone. The option writers were positioned for a Nifty seeing resistance around that 22,300 mark, and that was what the congestion zone was for the last few trading sessions as well. Once we crossed past that, as you can see, there was a big up move that we saw on both the Nifty as well as the Nifty Bank, and in doing so, the option writers were perhaps taken to cleaners in yesterday's expiry. In doing so, the Nifty's also crossed past that congestion zone of the 50-day moving average and the 20-day moving average, a mark that we've been speaking about for the last many trading sessions. Now the question is whether it sustains above those levels and whether yesterday's move was just a flash in the pan or not. For that, we'll have to see what the Nifty Bank does too. Because in that up move, the Nifty Bank went ahead and crossed the 50-day moving average, but it's still below the 20-day moving average. So let's see how that goes. And in that up move yesterday, the Nifty, as the Nifty and the Nifty Bank moved, we had the India VIX, which cooled off a little bit as well, closed at just around 20. The GIFT Nifty indicates a mildly positive start. Again, it's the first start that is extremely important for our markets. We'll watch out for how that pans out, and that will tell you the texture of today's trading session. There was positive FII flows or positive institutional flows for the second straight session. The DIIs output the FIIs, and the FIIs continue to sell in index futures. 113 crores is what they sold in the Nifty futures. The FII longs were unwound. They added a few shorts, and now the short positioning is 2.6 lakh contracts, 26% long contracts. So let's see how that pans out as well. On the way up, we've seen some writing at the 22,400 and 22,600 calls, telling you that the market may face some congestion around 22,500. Let's see where it goes. But for now, important to hold on to the lows of yesterday.
Important to hold on to the lows of yesterday, and first hour and the last hour, as always, the crucial one. Thanks a lot, Mangalam, for that. Time for a short break. Up next, we return and get you excerpts from former RBI Governor Raghuram Rajan, who believes that India is on the path to prosperity. Stay tuned to learn why he thinks so.